So you can come into a comfortable cross-legged position. If you have something you want to sit up on, go ahead and grab it, a blanket or cushion. And either close your eyes or take a soft gaze towards the floor in front of you. Start to slow down your breath. And these first few moments of class can be a time to bring your attention back from whatever future, past, out there place it was to right here in your body, feeling where you touch the floor, feeling that you're breathing. And anytime you notice that your mind has wandered onto other things, just as soon as you notice, invite yourself back. You can let your eyes open, keeping a soft focus, and feel free to open and close your eyes as it's useful for you. Let's begin by taking the right arm up. We'll bend it straight back on itself. Grab your elbow and take it back. Feel free to move or explore within each shape, finding what's interesting for you. Release, right arm up, open it out. Take it across and hook with the other arm. Hug it in as close as you can. As you do this, draw back through your shoulders. So you're still square across your chest, still sitting nice and tall. And then release, arm out, rotate your thumb to point down, wrap it around behind your back, so back of your hand is at your waist. Interlace fingers at your waist, pull the knuckles around towards the front, elbows go towards one another, and then circle your right shoulder, just putting a little movement in a place that may be creaky, inviting that, seeking it out. Keeping fingers interlaced, reach both arms back, open up the chest. And then fold forward, and that might be just dropping your head, could be coming partway or all the way towards the floor, knuckles reaching up and away from you. And then release, come up, hands to knees, round back. Lean away from your hands on your knees, drop your chin. Roll your way back up. Let's recross the legs. So the other leg is in front or on top. We'll take the left arm up, bend it straight back on itself, grab your elbow, and take it back. You can feel around within the pose. What do you notice? And if you move in any way, what do you notice then? Release, left arm up, open it out, take it across, hook with the other arm, hug it in close, drawing back through your shoulder. Release, arm out, thumb points down, wrap it around. This time when you go to interlace your fingers, try the other thumb on top, knuckles towards the front, elbows towards one another. Circle your left shoulder. Keeping fingers interlaced, reach both arms back, open up the chest. Fold forward. Reaching knuckles up and back away from you. And then release, come up, hands to knees, round back. Lean away from hands on knees, drop your chin. Roll your way up, still holding the knees, pull the chest through. Upper back arch, try and keep the back of the neck long so the back of the neck follows the arc of the rest of the spine. And then round back, bring your feet to the floor, hands behind the legs, putting a little pressure up on the backs of the legs to round even more. And then roll up from the base of the spine to arch back, but also lean back. So abdominals are working, chest pulling through. And we'll go back and forth between these two positions. Exhale, round. Inhale, roll up and arch. Exhale, back. Inhale, up. Exhale, back. Inhale, up. Now, exhale back, release the arms, come down a little lower. Inhale, same arch, but arms come by the ears. Exhale back. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale up. Back. Let's come up and hold this last one, lifting up away from the sit bones. Lean back, lift the heart, shoulders drop. One more breath here. Release, round back, holding here. So you get to choose your challenge, but wherever you are, working where it's needed, and keep releasing what's not needed. Okay, let's come out of it and all the way forward into a high push-up position. Set your hands right under shoulders, step the feet back, bring your whole body into a straight long line. Fingers spread, connecting head to heels. Shift your weight forward to lower down. And then come into your back bend. And this could be as low or high as you like. A little baby cobra, maybe coming higher. Come back to down dog when you are ready. Please take the time you need for each of your transitions. You might want to start by pedaling out the feet a little bit or shifting hips side to side. What helps you get into your body? Let's release, drop the knees. Sink back to child's pose, releasing hips to the heels, forehead to the floor. With arms out in front of you, walk your hands over to the left and then pull back through your right hip, stretching right side a little more. Come through center and over to the other side. Pull back through your left hip, stretching the left side a bit more. Back to center. Let's lift up through table. Come back through down dog. And then walk your hands and feet towards one another. Let's hang in ragdoll, and you can bend your knees a little or a lot. You can take any arm position, any movement here. Customizing your practice so it works for you now. And we're all figuring out how to do that. Sometimes it may be an easy process. Sometimes it takes some curiosity. How does this work for me today? Bend your knees a little more and then slowly roll up, coming all the way up to standing. You can step up to the front of the mat. Feet can be together or apart. We'll bring hands together at the heart and take a full A series sun salutation. Next, inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen, part way up. Step or hop your feet back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. Let's settle into a good rest. That could be down dog, or you might come back to child's pose or sitting or onto your forearms or knees. 5 deep breaths in some neutral shape. Hopefully a shape that allows you to come back to ease. One more deep breath in and out. Let's come back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward, inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Again, inhale, arms high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop your feet back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. Back to down dog. This time from down dog, take your right leg up, bend your knee in, and start circling this bent right knee, making the biggest circle possible for your hip joint. And you're welcome to do this from hands and knees if that would work better for you, or from your forearms. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight. Circle your ankle a few times. Big circles, both directions. Take your leg a little higher and then bring your right knee towards right upper arm. Extend it up and back. Take it across towards left upper arm. Reach it up and back. Now right towards the center of your chest. Extend it up and back. Big step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Settle in, sink low. Let's grab the left wrist, take it over for a side bend. Come over to the other side, grab your right wrist, take it across. Back to center, interlace fingers behind your back. Lift the heart. Release arms up. Tip forward, standing splits. Hands to the floor or blocks. We'll do this with hips square, with the upper body letting go like ragdoll. One more breath here. Step back. Warrior one, drop the back heel, inhale, arms up. Settle in, deep bend in the front leg, straight long back leg. One more breath. Release. Make your way to down dog. You might take a vinyasa. There may be some other movement that feels right for you. Take the time you need and feel what you are choosing to do. From down dog, when you're ready, left leg sweeps up. Bend your knee in and start circling this bent left knee, exploring your full range of motion. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight. Circle your ankle a few times. Big circles, both directions. Take your leg a little higher and then left knee towards left upper arm. Send it up and back. Take it across towards right upper arm. Reach it up and back. All right, towards the center of the chest. Extend it up and back. Big step forward. High lunge, arms up. Settle in. Grab the right wrist, take it over, side bend. Come over to the other side. Back to center. Interlace fingers behind your back. Other thumb on top this time, the way you don't normally cross. Release, arms up. Tip forward. Standing splits. Square off the hips. Let your head hang. Stretching that right leg straighter, longer, higher. Last breath here. Step back. Warrior one. Inhale, arms up. Settle in. 100% effort. Really dynamic, but also, is there a way to be even more at ease, just like you were in child's pose here? Last breath. Release. Make your way back to a good rest. Letting go of everything we've just done, everything we might do. Coming back to right now, feeling right where you are. Last breath here. Come back through down dog. And step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Bend your knees. Come into chair, Utkatasana. Fine-tuning in all the ways you know, attending to the details you are aware of. Last breath here. Release, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop your feet back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. Back to down dog. Right leg sweeps up, one breath. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Warrior three, shift forward and find your balance. And you're welcome to keep your torso high and your leg low. You can have the supporting leg bent or straight. You can choose your arm position. One more breath here. Step back. Warrior one. Release through your movement transition. Left leg sweeps up. When you're ready, step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Warrior three. Finding the outer shape that suits your needs. And then feeling as much as you can within this. Last breath here. Step back, warrior one. Release. Make your way to a good rest. Keeping breath slow and deep. Last deep breath in and out. Let's come back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward, inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, arms up. Inhale, chair. Exhale, straighten. Again, inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. When you're ready, right leg sweeps up. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Warrior three, one breath. Step back, warrior one. Let's open out, warrior two. And then take your time, adjusting, tending to details. Flip the right palm to face the ceiling, reverse warrior two, big side stretch. Straighten the front leg, triangle, reach out to come down. Expanding, really dynamic and at ease, both at once. Last breath here. Release, make your way to down dog. Taking one thing at a time. You don't have to do any more than what you're doing right now. When you're ready, left leg sweeps up, feeling this. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Warrior three. Step back, warrior one. Open out, warrior two. Flip the left palm, reverse warrior. Straighten the front leg, triangle. One more breath. Release. Make your way to down dog. Five deep breaths. Any neutral shape. Last breath here. Come back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, arms up. Inhale, chair. Exhale, straighten. Let's take a few balancing poses. We can feel balance on 2 feet. Kind of shift your weight a little, tune into the soles of the feet on the floor, and then move over to one side for tree, Vrikshasana. Bring the right leg up as high as you can, as low as you need, anywhere above or below your knee. Arms can be out to the side to steady you. If you feel steady, you might bring hands together or arms up. If you want a big challenge, you could try closing your eyes or bringing your gaze to your fingertips. Can you relax your face, neck, and shoulders? And release, shake that out. Get steady on 2 feet again, and then move over to one. Same thing, other side. So you could have the sole of the foot on your inner ankle. It could be at the inner thigh, anywhere above or below the knee, not directly on the knee. Can you stand even taller? Just a little bit more spaciousness and relax. Let's release, shake it out. So let's take another balance, and you can take this at whatever level you like, so you stop anywhere along the way. So we're going to bring the right ankle up. You can either hold your ankle with your hands or cradle your shin with your elbows, almost like pigeon pose standing. So you may feel a similar stretch on the right outer hip to pigeon. Just like pigeon, you could play around with the angle of the right leg. Standing tall. Feel free to stay here. You could come back to tree, or some of you might come into half lotus. Ankle to the top of the left thigh, releasing the knee down and in. You can stay here or bind, which might be reaching for the inner elbow, or some of you may try for the big toe. So you stop anywhere along the way. You can stay upright or fold, which may be into the supporting leg, a prop or block of some kind, or the floor. Can your breath be steady, regardless of what you're doing? If you did fold forward, make your way back up. Let's release. Take a moment feeling both feet grounded, come back to center. And you can do that anytime you need to. If you're in the middle of the balance and losing it, take a moment on 2 feet. Let's go to the other side, left ankle up. So you can play around with it closer to your body, further away, higher, lower. Nice tall spine, long supporting leg. This could be a good place to just stay right here. Feel free to stay here, to come to tree again, or ankle to the top of the thigh, half lotus. If you tried for a bind on the other side, try for that again. If you folded, you can fold again. And that could be an approximation, so you don't need to go any further than you go. Finding what variation of this feels appropriate, interesting, doable. And can your breath be steady and face relaxed right where you are? If you did fold, make your way back up. And let's release. Shake that out. We'll bring feet back to parallel, hip width apart. Hands to the top of the buttocks. Roll your shoulders back. Roll your elbows back. And then lift the chest. And see if you can lift the chest so there's more space in the lower back rather than collapsing. Could imagine a helium balloon in the chest floating up. And then release, fold forward. You can bend your knees a little or a lot. If you're able, grab your big toes with the first two finger and thumb. You might need to bend your knees in order to reach. With that grip, lengthen, and then fold even deeper, pulling your head towards the floor. You could imagine putting little spaces between each of your vertebrae. Release. Let's bend the knees, lower the hips, and come into a squat, malasana. Feel free to use props here. If it's difficult to have the heels on the floor, you might instead sit on something or slide something under the heels. You can also widen your stance or turn your toes out. Let's open up the knees using the elbows. As best you can, roll your shoulders back and down so the chest is nice and open, spine is long. We'll work our root lock here, Mula Bandha, same as a Kegel exercise. As you exhale, draw the pelvic floor muscles in and up. As you inhale, release that. Exhale, engage. Inhale, release. Exhale, engage. Inhale, release. And then engage and keep holding, keep breathing, drawing in strongly through the bottom, connecting that to the top. Feel the full length and space that you take up. And then release. Let's come back to a forward fold, feet back to parallel. Any arm position you like here. You could hang in ragdoll. You might give your own neck and shoulders a little squeeze. You could interlace your fingers behind your back. Now you're welcome to stay in this forward fold. You could come back to your squat, or if you want to try crow, take a little step back from the front of the mat to give crow a try. And if this isn't feeling right for you today, don't do it. Do something else. So if you want to try it, fingers spread, hands shoulder width apart, knees to the upper arms. Lean your weight forward like you're leaning out over a cliff. More weight in the hands, less weight in the feet. If the feet become weightless, you're welcome to lift them up. If they're not yet weightless, see if you can just be where you are. When the pose feels complete, drop the feet back down. Let's try stand hand, one hand at a time. Slides under the feet so the toes are up to the wrists, and you can push into the toes, massaging the pads of the hands. Let's release. And come down onto the knees, getting set up for Camel. If you want to pad your knees, you can roll up the front of the mat a little bit and kneel on that, or if you have a blanket or cushion, feel free to use that. Coming to a tall kneeling position, neutral pelvis. So notice if your sit bones start shining back, try and have them dropped, tailbone dropped. And just like we did standing, we'll bring hands to the top of the buttocks, roll the shoulders and elbows back. Lift the heart. Chest lifting higher and higher. You can stay here or hands to the heels. If it's a little too far to reach the heels, tucking your toes will give you another couple of inches. When the pose feels complete, come out of it. Take a little rest, back to neutral. You can stay resting or take one more back bend. So same thing we just did, or a deeper variation, a more gentle variation. Stay as long or short as you like, listening to what feels right for you right now. When the pose is complete, come down, and this time take child's pose. Spreading, releasing the back. We'll come up to tabletop, hands and knees, getting set up for thread the needle, a twist. From hands and knees, lift the left arm up, curl from fingertips down, thread it right behind your right wrist and keep going until you come onto your shoulder inside of your head, and then push the right hand into the floor or into the bottom forearm, rolling open through the top shoulder. And release, unwind, come back to neutral. When you're ready, same thing other side. Right arm lifts up. Curled from fingertips down, thread it through, come onto your shoulder inside of your head, and then push the left hand into the floor or into your bottom forearm, opening through the top shoulder. Unwind, back to neutral. Let's take a few rolls through the spine, arching and curving on your own time. Feel free to add any other front to back or side to side movement. You can come back through down dog. And then let's come all the way to sitting. Extend the legs forward, flesh of the sit bones back. You could sit up on something. A little lift under the hips may be useful for getting the pelvis upright. Fold forward using your hands to support you, which could be on the feet, on a strap around the feet, or on the floor. Each inhale, lengthen. Each exhale, see if there's any deeper to fold. And at any moment, you might back out a little. If it's a little too much, find just the right placement. So you're at your edge, not beyond it. Inhale to look up. Exhale, release. Soles of the feet together. You can grab your toes or ankles with that grip. Lengthen and fold any amount. Your elbows could push into your legs to help them open. You could also lean into your hands or elbows or into a prop. Let's release, come back up. Keep the right leg more or less where it is. Open the left leg out to the side. Gate pose, Paragasana. Right arm up and over. You can lean onto your left hand or elbow on the inside or outside of that straight leg. Let your head fall towards the floor and then take your top arm out and down until your shoulder pulls down, stretching right side of the neck. Press into the bottom hand to come up and then use that hand to help lift your head, staying nice and relaxed. Let's switch the legs. Left arm up and over. Let your head fall towards the floor. Take that top arm out and down, pulling down through the left shoulder, stretching left side of the neck. Press into the bottom hand to come up. Use that hand to help lift your head. And then open both legs wide. Upavishta Konasana, wide angle pose. You can have hands on the floor behind you. You're welcome to have a lift under the hips. You can lean forward, hands on the floor in front of you, or come further down. Check that your feet and knees point straight up. If they're falling one way or the other, keep bringing them straight up. Can you release your shoulders, relax your jaw right where you are? Bring the upper body back up, take your time. Lean back, draw the legs in, shake them out. Let's come back onto our backs. Bring both knees in. Take a circle or rock, massaging the lower back and sacrum into the floor. And then drop your feet to the floor, getting set up for a hip stretch. Cross the right ankle above the left knee, reach your hands through, grab the left leg, hug it in close, stretching the right outer hip. Shoulders dropped, chin dropped, so the back of the neck is long. To release, drop the left foot to the floor, straighten the right leg up, flex and point your foot a few times. Circle your ankle a couple times both directions. And then keeping the right leg more or less how it is, straighten the left leg along the floor. And then we can open the right leg out to the right, just at a slight angle. You can support your leg in a number of ways. One way is to have your elbow on the floor and your leg resting into your hand. And if it's too much to have the right leg straight, go ahead and bend it as much as you need to. Let's bring the right leg up and across for a spinal twist. Again, keeping it straight if you're able. Left hand can reach for the outside of the foot. If that's too far, you might use a strap, bend your knee, or hold your calf. Take it all the way over. You can tip onto the outside of your left hip, roll open through the right shoulder, drop down through the right hip. And if you want to add a quad stretch to this, your free hand, your right hand, can reach for your free foot, your left foot. With everything that's happening in this pose, can you relax your face? To release, roll back onto your back. Some of you might bring your right ankle to half lotus if that's a pose that works for you. You might even thread the bottom leg up and around to full lotus. Don't force it. Hug what you ended up with to your chest. Could be crossed ankles, half lotus, full lotus, something else. Take a little circle or rock. And then unwind your legs, shake them out. We'll drop feet back to the floor. Same thing other side. Cross the left ankle above the right knee. Reach your hands through, grab the right leg, hug it in. Shoulders dropping, chin dropping. To release, drop the right foot to the floor, straighten the left leg up, flex and point a few times, circle your ankle a couple times both directions. And then drop the right leg long, grounding down through the back of the right leg, open the left leg out to the left. Bring your left leg up and across, spinal twist. Modifying or adjusting how this works for you. So right hand might hold the outside of the left foot, ankle, calf, a strap. Left arm opens out, dropping down through the left hip. And if you did add that quad stretch on the other side, you can go ahead and try that again. And release, roll back onto your back, perhaps bringing left ankle into half lotus, maybe the other leg to full lotus, and then hug what you ended up with. Knees to chest, circle or rock. And then unwind, shake it out. You might bring your arms up, shake them out as well. Check in with your body. Is there anything that's needed to feel complete in this practice? Any last pose or stretch, anything you want to do before coming into your final resting pose? Take the time you need. Eventually coming into a symmetrical, relaxed position, getting as comfortable as you can. And allowing yourself the gift of just doing nothing, even for just a few moments. Nowhere to get to, nothing to accomplish, nothing to fix or figure out. Just simply being. Effortless. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, gently waking your body up again. Let this movement increase gradually through your wrists and ankles, eventually stretching out long through your arms and legs. When you're ready, bring your knees in and roll to one side, pausing there for a moment. Use your hands to help you up to sitting. And we'll bring hands together at the heart. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Thanks so much for joining me today.